You look around at all the death and destruction, and in a way, you're kind of proud because, the person you just took care of was really, really, really bad. And the gold dragonborn next to you sighs and says, "What were we doing again? I feel like it's been a couple of weeks since we were here. Can you remind me what we were doing?" I kind of blacked out for a second. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Orkira Plays Baldur's Gate 3, where it's been a couple of weeks. If you're watching on the YouTube, it's only been a week. Or if it's been a while, it seems like it's been no time at all. But for those of you who've been watching live on the Dungeon Scrawlers Twitch or on my Moonbeam, there's been a little bit of a break since the last time I played because there was a trip, and then I got ill, and then there was PAX West. So yeah, so we took a little bit of a break, but we're back. We're back at kind of an auspicious time as, yeah, if I remember correctly, we just took care of Gortash. And by took care, I mean killed. And yeah, we're kind of hot off of that. We just took care of him. I think we barely looted him. So we've got all the fun loot, including his hand, which we need for the next part of things because Orin. There, that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, but before we go too much further, because it has been a little while, in case we have some new people who have stumbled in onto this stream, because it has been a few weeks, let's go over the rules of the stream. Spoilers are allowed. I have played this game before. It has been out for a couple years at this point, and so unlike other streams, because every stream is different, this stream, spoilers will be allowed. I will sometimes turn to chat, which is over here. So if you see me turn this way and go, "Chat, help," I will ask chat for suggestions. Chat is allowed to offer suggestions. I will say spoilers because I'm kind of planning out how I want to do things. And so yeah, if you're hanging out in chat, do not be surprised if you get spoiled on things to come. So be aware of that if you have not played through the game and you do want to remain spoiled because you have not. Totally understand if you have to dip at this point. That being said, if you have offered a suggestion in chat and I do not take it because I am playing a very specific character, you do have to accept it gracefully because, we're all here to have fun. Otherwise, remember to drink water, have a snack, and be nice. Okay, we are going to be doing, let me get rid of the rules. We are going to be doing, on our first foray back after being gone for a little while, it's probably going to be not the normal 2 to 3 hour excursion, probably going to be a slightly shorter episode today, just to kind of ease back into things. Partially because I don't want to get too deep into the whole Orin adventure and have to stop in the middle of a thing. I mean, we're gonna have to stop in the middle of Orin's adventure no matter what because there's a lot that goes into it, but I don't want to stop like in the middle of a fight. Also, I want to start it at a reasonable time, and we got a lot to do anyway before we even start the thing because, like I said, we barely finished going after Gortash, so we still gotta decide who's gonna get all of his stuff. And Karlak just had kind of a major thing happen to her whole storyline, and I happen to be romancing Karlak. And I don't know if you've noticed, but despite the fact that I've got every single person technically in my party, Karlak isn't here right now. Because the last time, after we killed Gortash, Karlak needed some alone time. She went off to go scream and cry, which, you know what? Fair to her. It's been a lot. So yeah, we're gonna... I was meaning to find this and then go back to camp and distribute all of the goodies and then have a long talk with Karlak and see what happens next. But okay, so first off, is it below us? Is it below us? Is that why I can't find this? I seem to remember that was the last thing the last time. Is I was like, I need to make sure that I have the thingy. Because I'm pretty sure I did all of the making sure I had all of the stuff I want to get off of everybody. I found all of the secret things. I looked into all the secret places. So yeah,
Let's be on my way.
I just want to make sure it's on my map, so I'm pretty sure I've actually activated it. I'm not searching for pigeons right now. Alright, I'm gonna go this way because I know Astarion already took care of all of these. I love how we still have all of the really intense music. Hi, Xenobite. Welcome on in. Wah! Okay. It's around here somewhere. Right? I just want to make sure I've touched the glowy thing so I can, if I want to, come back here. I don't know why. I probably will need to at some point.
Can't give up now.
I'm not giving up. I'm just trying to find... I want to... There it is. I just needed to click on it. Okay, that's fine. Hi, Imp in my head. Well, come on in. All right, let's go back to camp. Go to camp. Yeah. I believe, yep, she's back. I love how she's got the exclamation point over her head. Like there was any doubt I was going to go talk to her.
A letter from Orin. What does she want?
What do you think she wants, Orkira? I love you dearly. Listen, heart of my heart, favorite PC of all time. You could be so dense. What do you think she wants? All right, let's go over here and let's listen to Minsk play the bongos. Kudos on the murder of Gortash. Let's get this out of the way before we deal with Karlach. Okay. You've done well, underling. Baldur's Gate gags on Gortash's gall, and your little pet still has eyes to witness it. Now, to do proper honor to the murder lord, you must submit yourself to the trial of the murder tribunal. Remember, Sicarius. Oh yeah, that's the password. Succeed there, and you may find me at Baal's temple, deep below the tyrant's rotted cobbles. In that unholy sanctum, the murder lord will watch our blood duel at last. I will keep your minion safe until then, unless it misbehaves. Orin. Yeah, you are. Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. Okay. Let us go and talk to someone way more interesting, which is my girlfriend.
Yay. Hey, soldier. You're back.
I've been worried about you. Are you all right?
Yeah. Despite my best efforts. I kept trying to flop over and give up, but Karlach just won't let me. Did I miss anything important?
Let's see. Really, but I missed you. I mean, I kind of like how epic that is, but the reality is, what did she really miss? We looted a bunch of things, and I found a letter, so... but I missed you.
I missed you too. You know, I wouldn't have bothered falling in love with you if I'd known saying goodbye would be so hard.
Who's saying goodbye? I'm here. You would have had a choice. I would have pursued you to the ends of Faerun. You mean I'm scared of leaving you behind? Yeah, who's saying goodbye? I'm right here.
You certainly are. I'm trying to stay here, now, alive while I can. But it's like my mind is whittled down to the black hole that should have been our future.
think about that too. I think of you whenever I burn my hand on a hot stove. Still have a future, maybe a shorter one than most, but that doesn't make it less beautiful. I mean, Orkira is kind of a helpless romantic, so yeah. Maybe a shorter one than most. Yeah.
Wow. Gods, you're so right. And we are beautiful, aren't we? It's everything. Ugh, I'm sorry. I don't want you to be sad. I mean, I do, but not too sad.
Hi, Commissar Voyen. Welcome on in as we have a sad, sweet talk with Karlach. I'll be the right amount of sad, some but not too much, just for you. I haven't given up, Karlach. We still might be able to fix your engine. Karlach, would you ever consider going back to Avernus just for a while, just to buy yourself more time? Okay. So this is the poetic answer. This is 3 is Orkira is not going to give 3 because Karlach has made it clear she would never want to go back to Avernus. She's going to respect that decision up until literally the last moment when suddenly Karlach is going to be interested in that decision. So I'm going to go with 2 because Orkira does always have hope.
Maybe. But I think the gods are trying to show me my fate. And I think I'm ready to look at it. Speaking of which, there's something I wanted to ask you. Will you stay with me when it's time for me to go?
Oh, it's
I
heartbreaking.
think I can do anything if you're there. Even die.
Imp in my head says, because we should be able to fix that dang engine. Right! This all, yeah. I knew when Orkira was going to romance Karlach, it was going to be heartbreaking. So the honest answer for Orkira is it's going to be a combo of 1 and 3. It's going to be, we're going to cure you before it comes to that. I just know it. But if we can't, of course. Like, of course she would. There's no doubt. Like, she wouldn't leave someone. So in this moment, because we're forced to choose between the 2, we're gonna go with 1 because the spirit of this moment is supporting Karlach and giving her what she needs in this moment, which is reassurance of that if it gets to that moment, that she won't have to be alone. If this were the tabletop RPG, it would be a combo of 1 and 3, but that's what we're gonna say.
Thank you. Now, enough tragedy. I'm not gone yet, and our schedule is packed with important heroics, isn't it? Plus, if I cry anymore, I'm gonna run out of tears and start leaking motor oil. Thanks for everything, darling. I love you. A lot.
Everybody else gets a happy ending. I'm so upset. Okay. Hi, Voice Gamer. Welcome on in. Fellow game devs and gamers. Hang on, Dragonborn can have wings in this game, or is that a mod? It is a mod. Yes, I've got a couple of mods going on. One being, as you can see, I've got everybody in my party. The other being Dragonborn of Wings and the Digigrade Legs. The wings are because it's not all Dragonborn. I'm playing a character from a TTRPG that I played quite a while ago, who through a series of wild events has wings. And so we got her wings in the game. So yes. I think those are the 3 main mods. Those are the 3 main mods you're going to see is a whole party in my party, wings and digigrade legs. The only other mods I got going on is I got the mod early on that gave me all the camp clothes and all of the dyes so that I could get everybody out of like the wild underclothes they were in, and put them in the colors I wanted, which is just aesthetic, and a couple of dice. That was about it. And once we finish the game, I might go back just to like some spot in the middle of Act 3 and activate the mod that lets us go up to level 20, just to see what shenaniganry that involves. I don't think I'm not gonna replay the whole game. I might not even replay all of Act 3. I might just activate that mod because we've hit the level cap. So yeah, earned those wings is for those that have watched Heroes of the Plains, that's a way to describe how that happened. Info in my head says, I'm just wanting her to see some gnome IT support and give her an oil of slipperiness cooling system. Right? I think as much as... hi, DC Lucer. Welcome on in. As much as I respect Larian for being like, we are done. No more DLC. Done with the game. We're going to keep supporting it. We're going to keep putting out patches. You know, it's not like we're letting the game... But, like, we're done. My one gripe is that it sets up Karlach so perfectly for DLC. Right? Like, everybody else has an ending. Everybody else has multiple endings in where, like, their story comes to a satisfying conclusion, whether or not they go off to do other things. Like, what you learn about them, their character growth comes to an end, and they go off into the sunset, as it were. Karlach has and here's the massive spoilers. So if you choose the path in where she goes back to Avernus and is looking for a way to fix her engine, and then you do the post credits. So even if you don't do the post credits thing, like, okay, that's where it leaves. She goes back to Avernus and she's looking for a way to fix her engine. Give me that DLC. And then you get the post credits little get back together with Withers, and she even talks about how she and Will, or you and her and whoever she's gone with, has a line on blueprints to find a way to fix her engine. Like, she mentions a specific person and everything, and it's like, it's if that's not setting up DLC of you being with Karlach to go off and, like, heist in Avernus DLC so that she gets the ending she deserves, I don't know what is. So, there we go. Whew. Okay, thank you for listening to my rant. Done. Right, boys? I would love a post-game DLC where we slay devils with Karlach and Avernus. Imp in my head says, also, at that point, you might know a god that could lend a hand. Okay, so, tiny little thing. So, the only way, as far as I know, and I might be wrong, but the only way for Karlach to have the quote-unquote happy ending in where her heart gets fixed is if you play as Gale. You play Gale's origin, and you romance Karlach, and you become a god. Because then, in the post-credits thing, and then you have Karlach go to Avernus. because then in the post-credits party with Withers, when Karlach shows up and you reunite, which is still a wild thing, like, you just let her go off to Avernus, Gale gives Karlach the option of, like, would you like to come with me and become a goddess with me, and I'll fix your heart and done. So, yeah. Yeah. It's wild. It's all wild. Which begs the question, if Gale becomes a god in this playthrough, why can't Gale offer that to... We're done. We're done. It's okay. It's okay. Ha. Ha. What were we doing? All right. Here's what else we're doing. We've got loot. We've got loot. We're gonna. This is why I was like, we might be doing a shorter run through, a shorter game today, because I might have stuff to say. All right, we're gonna start. We also need to talk to some folks. I think everybody's gonna have stuff to say about Karlach. We have to give out loot. We have to decide who's taking this loot. Loot. Hi, Scratch. Where Orkira? No, talk to Scratch.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
It's been a couple of weeks. Let's pet Scratch. Yay! Drinks for petting Scratch. Here we go. After the heartbreak of Karlach, everybody take a second.
On my mind.
No sense dawdling. Karlach has precious little time left to her. We'd do better than to waste it.
Okay. Hey, Volo.
Whatever happens next, be sure that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
Sure. Yeah, right. Okay. Oh, is Karlach not back in my party? Oh. Oh, because that's the other thing. Karlach has all of our, Karlach's holding on to all of these stuff. I mean, we're going to be taking everybody out of our party so that we can long rest, but first. Hi, darling.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I didn't realize she just ended up not back in my party. That was... There. Okay. Because I believe she has... Yeah, there's all the stuff that we picked up that's like, okay, add to wares. Yeah, all this mundane stuff. Add to wares. Add to wares. Add to wares. This is... yeah. Add to wares. Yeah. 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 I give it to Karlach because she's strong. All right, back to me.
All right. What now?
And that way it was easier for me to keep track. Also, we're going to put the hand here. Because all this stuff... Oh, purple worm toxin. Yeah, let's give that to Astarion. All this stuff was like, oh, cool stuff for keeping a hold of. Okay. Hey, Volo.
Another step forward.
Hey, Volo. Give me your money.
Something's on my mind.
Yeah. Volo's money.
Whatever happens next, be sure
Can I see your money?
that I will document it all as accurately as possible.
Sure. She's got all this infernal iron and I can't fix her heart. Ah! I don't think anybody else has anything that... Yeah, usually I give all that to Karlach. Okay. Awesome. Oh, Mizora. Sure, fine.
Ready and waiting.
Okay, you know what? I'm kind of glad that she has nothing snarky to say. Screw you, Mizora.
Poor Karlach. Having to face her own mortality in such a definitive manner. Though So the rest of us is still liable to perish, if it's any consolation.
That's one way of thinking about it. Sure. Hey, Halson. Is it really D&D if you don't have a random severed hand in your inventory? I mean, that's true, boys. That's true. Hi, Lurking Rider. Yes, I would sing that, but I'm bad at singing.
Karlach has had her mortality defined to her in most cruel terms. I do not know if we can help her, but perhaps we can at least be there for her.
I mean, that's what we're gonna try to do. That's what we're doing. Hey, Astarion.
I'm still thinking about Karlach. About what she said. Gods. There really is no justice in the world.
Yeah, I think Astarion probably... That probably hit Astarion extra hard, right? Hey, Will.
The agony of knowing the end is near. I spent years swatting away my fears and doubts of my infernal fate, and I eventually made my peace. I had to. You will too, Karlach. I know it. Until then, I'm here every step of the way.
You want it? She's over there. You can tell her. She's over there. Hi, Will's dad.
The devil's stench lingers, but Will is yet a champion of the people. I had hoped he'd join me on the council, but he is his own man. I couldn't be prouder.
Okay. I wasn't expecting this conversation, but sure. Balduran is still with us. He is the mind flayer that protects our minds from the absolute. Sheesh, older. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes I miss parts of conversation, and it's a game.
Gods, can it be? The man who raised the city's walls became an Illithid.
You both know you owe your lives to me. I am not fallen. I am risen.
We must make this a secret we carry beyond the grave. No name is more sacred to the city than Balduran's. Not even mine. When people think his name or see his likeness, they must imagine a hero, not a horror.
How misguided you are.
Listen. First off, you might be the exception that proves the rule. Everybody else has seen nothing but horror when they see a mind flayer. You can't be upset because of that, all right? Second, recently, all you've done is, conveniently forgotten to tell me a lot of stuff that would have been really good to know before I walked into that kind of thing, specifically about a dragon. So I'm a little pissed at you.
Karlach's fate may be written, but her story isn't ended. The histories of the greatest Githyanki warriors are recorded in slate. They are unerasable. She must make every battle her bloodiest yet. She must make herself unerasable too.
Okay. I do like how Lizella's become, like, Karlach's fiercest champion. I'm not surprised about it, but I do like it. Is he really still Balduran, though? Ceramorphosis utterly destroys the soul, or is his memories enough? Because I think any mind flayer can absorb the memories of another through their hive mind. So it's an interesting thought. There's... The question is about the soul, right? Because the game this game is the first time that I've ever heard the idea that the soul gets destroyed when you become a mind flayer. When you're a Githyanki warrior on a budget, you make do. Ha! In my head says, my understanding was he was sort of an exception due to having a disciplined mind he held on. Maybe, but then we've encountered multiple mind flayers who have split from the collective, who have their own personality now. And at the end of the game, multiple characters can choose to become mind flayers in order to sacrifice themselves to do the whole thing. And while your personality changes, you still remain who you are. So the game plays a little bit with the idea of, like, a lot of people will tell you you lose your soul, that you are now a soulless creature. But, like, do you? It's a very philosophical, what is the self, but sort of existential nonsense I think about. Well, and the Emperor, even they say when they became a mind flayer, they lost themselves to the Elder Brain and then were pulled out of it and were able to reclaim themselves when they were no longer being dominated by it. So it's the domination that's the thing, not the becoming the mind flayer. The becoming the mind flayer does change you, like any change to your body would. Who you are and what you are is part of you. So yeah. But yeah, this is the first game where the idea that turning into a mind flayer automatically means that you lose your soul, which I don't know if I agree with. And maybe they're speaking metaphorically. In hard lore, the answer is supposed to be yes, this is BG3 lore. Yeah.
A fine deed we have done to rid Faerun of this man. All helm hair and a haughtiness. Oh, this was the Lord Gortash we were sworn to do battle with, Boo. All the better then.
I'm kind of surprised Minsk doesn't have anything to say about Karlach. Oh, there's Jaheira. For some reason I thought Jaheira was in there.
Karlach needs time. Space. But more than this, I think. She needs to know she is not alone.
Oh, wow, she is alone. She's going to die. No. What? But what helm hair? Yeah.
And answers, justice. 10 years of her life back. All manner of things we cannot give her. She's already lost her heart. She deserves better than to have her friends heap happy lies upon her.
This is an interesting conversation. Yeah.
Good. Perhaps she needs that too.
Huh. Yeah, that line is cold. I respect where it's coming from, though. Like, but there's a difference between happy lies and offering hope, right? It's a fine line. Mm-hmm. It is that idea of it's the toxic positivity versus the I love that I hate that I love a tragic romance. Yeah. It's the idea that you can still have hope and continue to work towards fixing something while still being aware that you have to be prepared for it to not work, you know? And so, yeah. Whew. Okay. Okay. Stuff. Stuff. Okay. Let's start with this hardcore crossbow. Because it's a hardcore crossbow. So this... Fire shimmering bolt that inflicts 1 term radiating orb, which is nice. It's heavy and two-handed, so not everyone's gonna use it. Gonna be able to use it, I should say. Karlach will be able to use it. Although it's gonna be just as powerful because that's a +2 that she's got. Will might be able to use it. It'll be better. Gale will not be able to use it. Zell will be able to use it, and it will be more powerful. Shadowheart needs a ranged weapon. Kind of. She has ranged attacks. Jaheira needs a ranged weapon. She does have ranged attacks. Can Jaheira use it? Well, actually... Well, you know what? I think the person who's going to get the most use out of it is going to be Lizelle. Okay, so let's be Lizelle for a second. Yes, it's a more powerful crossbow. And it does the illuminating shot. So yeah. So now this crossbow. So now who's gonna get Lizelle's leftovers? Can Jaheira use this? Hey Jaheira.
At your command.
Can you use this? No. Hey, Shadowheart. I don't think she can use it, but we'll give it a try. Shadowheart. Can you use either of these crossbows? Nope. Nope. Okay. I give her 2 crossbows she can't use. Starian's got that bow. But dang, why didn't we use the free wish spell with this? Yeah, I guess. Alright, I guess we're... Oh yeah, she's got this... Oh, she's not proficient. She's just not proficient with any of it. Alright, add to wares. Add to wares. And this is just a longbow +1? Yeah, add to wares. Okay. That was the easy one, I think.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Next! What do we got? Servitors of the Black Hand Gloves. Your unarmed attacks deal an additional 1d4. Who's really doing unarmed strikes? We don't got no monk. No one's really doing unarmed strikes. Yeah, no one's really doing any unarmed strikes. All right, we're gonna add you to wares. It's awesome, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Cloth of Authority. You can't be frightened and cannot be affected by other emotions altering conditions. That's cool. You have an advantage on intimidation checks and insight checks, and it's a +1 armor class. Okay. What are you currently wearing? All raging wearer generates wrath, and your constitution is up. Okay. I mean, that helps her rage, and that's really... No one else is going to benefit from her rage. Who else? I mean, you're wearing... You're wearing, yeah, that. What subclass of monk would Boo be? Oh. I mean, Boo is way of the open hand. Boo is just straight up the most awesome of monks. Yeah, I don't think... It's cool. I think everybody else has got cooler stuff. Okay, we've got 2 sets of boots here, so let's go to the gauntlets. Your unarmed attacks deal an additional force damage. You get a +1 bonus to spell save DCs. Okay, all right. Who doesn't have... A couple people don't have gloves yet. And by a couple, I mean Gale. But Gale probably can't... This is what? Heavy? I mean, I am assuming. I'm gonna make an assumption. And I might be wrong.
The air is ripe with magic.
I'm gonna be wrong. What else are you missing? Huh. All right. And now he has command. Sure, why not?
No one stopped me yet.
Okay, we're on to the boots. So we've got... You cannot be forcibly moved by foes' spells or actions. You ignore the effects of difficult terrain. When you fail saving throw, you can use your reaction to succeed instead. That's cool. Scintillating. And +1 bonus to charisma checks and saving throws. Which is nice. Alright, I'm going to hop off now and grab lunch and do some laundry. Thanks for the stream. Until next time. Hey, well, thanks for stopping on by, boys. Go enjoy your lunch. And, yeah, I got to do some laundry later myself. So, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Okay, so the Tyrannical Jackboots, cool, but less... I mean, the saving throws is kind of nice. Is there anyone who does not have cool boots? Halcyon does not... Minsk does not have cool boots. Okay. Alright, so at least everybody's gonna get cool boots by the end of this. Who can forcibly moved by foe spells or actions and ignore the effects of difficult terrain? I mean, Karlach, that'd be good for Karlach. Oh, you having Misty Step is good. You already got movement stuff. You're good. You get to get 10 points for Yeah, so Shadowheart has, when you cast a spell that requires concentration, you gain momentum. But more importantly, while you're concentrating, you can't get knocked prone or be moved against your will. So she's already got a thing, which I think is good. Jaheira's got the thing that gets Dimension Door, which is nice. What does Orkira have? Orkira has a spell that requires they gain 8 temporary hit points. Yeah, that's the 10 hit points, which is nice. Orkira can fly, so difficult terrain is... What's Hellcrawler? Teleporting and deal 2d6 fire damage when you land. The impact blast spreads in a 10-foot. That's kind of cool. But Orkira does have flying. Who could use a teleport? Minsk could use a teleport. Minsk being able to move around. Nope. That was not what I wanted to grab. You. And then Minsk. And then Minsk. There we go. Is Halsin just rocking plain old sandals? He was, but now... now he's gonna be rocking boots. They're gonna give him advantage on charisma saving throws. There we go. And doors. Awesome. All right. I think we did it. I think it's done. Okay, let's save before I forget. Save. New save. Talked and looted. Not exactly what that was, but sure. But sure. Okay. Must be hard to find ethically sourced footwear for a druid. I guess it depends on how hardcore of a druid you are. And, you know, if you're the kind of druid... It depends on if you're the kind of druid that cares if you're... Like, there are some druids that are like, survival of the fittest. Hey, I hunted this animal. I used every part of it, so leather's fine. Okay, let's... Why is Karlach not within my group of 4?
Already feeling better.
Just in case something happens overnight, I want to make sure Karlach is in my group of 4.
Always good to talk, my friend.
It's always good to talk to you, too.
Sure. The blade stands at... And just when...
Yep. I love you, too, but I love Karlach more. See, these boots, this is Frank. It's okay. Frank was a jerk.
Hey.
Depends on the druid. Some would say using every part of an animal is better than letting it go to waste. Exactly. It really depends on the druid. Come on, we're heading out. Meow! There we go. All right. Let us...
On my way.
Let us long rest, because... oof, do we all need it. Although I guess I'll take a second. Now that we're in long rest mode, sometimes people want to talk. Does anybody want to have an extra talk? I don't see anybody with a... I'm not trying to fast travel. I'm just looking for folks with a big glowing thing over their head. We're gonna go kiss Karlach goodnight.
Darling. Go on. I was hoping you'd say that.
Because after all that, you kiss Karlach goodnight.
Sparks.
All right. And now, go to bed. Yep. Get ourselves full rest. Do we actually go to sleep the full night? All right. It's still every night. Every night I'm like, Okay. Doesn't look like anyone wants to talk to us in the morning. Okay. Let's do our morning absolutions, which basically is get everybody back into the party, get everybody's stuff, and then we will get everybody set up to go do the Orin stuff. I'm aware of how Orkira gained wings originally, but I've known her with them longer than without, so seeing them returned to her is good, like some part of the world is right again. She's had them longer than she didn't have them. She got them like within the first 6 or 7 episodes of us starting the game. Like, yeah, because we started Heroes of the Plains. Yeah, I don't remember this specific episode, but it was that first season, the very, very, very first season. It was like episode 5 or 6, where we got attacked by the dragon and the knight that was on top of the dragon that were both undead and infected with that ooze. And everybody else that got hit by the ooze made their Constitution saving throws, but when she got bit by that dragon, she not only fell unconscious, but failed her Constitution saving throw. So by the time everybody got her back up, she was already infected. And she was really the only one who could fix it. So it was basically this whole series of events of by the time she knew what was going on and everybody else knew what was going on, it was like too late, and she had already mutated enough. The tail and wings and all sorts of stuff happened. So yeah, of everybody in that group, she was the one. But yeah, it was like 5 episodes in. She did not last long before Todd Kenrick was just like, done. And you have to remember for those, because it's been a while. It's been a while. This is like, this is easily 8 years ago or so. This was early enough in D&D where Dragonborn, in D&D 5th edition, where Dragonborn did not have tails. Dragonborn did not have wings. It was still like 2014, early days. So, yeah. It's now been revealed in a D&D game I'm in with my goblin warlock sorcerer. His Fey Pact and Draconic bloodline. He has a Fey Pact, but it's with a copper dragon that set up shop in the Feywild. That's kind of cool. That is definitely cool. Okay, let me start to do the thing. So, here's quick warning. There's gonna be some flashing going on, as it's gonna give me a whole bunch of warnings that I'm just gonna go through. It's like a bit of flashing is not too bad, but just heads up. There we go. All right. I need to... Nope, not uninstall. Increase. Yes, we're applying. Yeah, so this mod has been awesome and worked really, really well. But basically that, for those that haven't watched this, because a lot of the time I kind of try to take care of that ahead of time before we go live. But since it's been a little while, basically what those warnings are is like, hey, this is how you use it, this is how it works, these are the things. And so the one thing you can't do is you still have to take the long rest with only 4 people in your party. So at the end of the day, you have to, that's why it's the one button to dismiss everybody.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Out of your party. And then at the end, you have to
the spirit.
Re-invite the people who are no longer in your party back into your party. Shadowheart. And so I've read those warnings enough that I just kind of
from the obvious.
Flip through them.
All right.
But it does
Some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
But it does mean there's a little bit of flashing that happens. So, Helson.
Oakfather preserve you.
And to you. I need you by my side.
Then you'll have me. Lead on.
So while I haven't played the video game in 3 weeks, starring I've got, my Friday Shadows over Baldur's Gate has been playing. Do I have to hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we need mints. And a
the cub speaks.
Surprisingly big plot point,
as you wish,
has been Halsin's love life. Specifically, who he was.
Do not be sad, Boo. Karlach vanquished a villain today.
Yesterday.
As for the rest of it, well, we will find a way to save her. Will we not?
Are you trying to lie to me or your hamster? Oh. Sure we will.
You see, Boo? You quiver in vain. In the meantime, perhaps we can find a way to bring Lord Gortash back. Perhaps it would lift Karlach's spirits to kill him a second time.
No, I don't. That's not. No, that's. I appreciate the thought, but that's not how that works.
Minsk shall be your shadow, as Boo is his.
Okay, I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yes, in my Shadows over Baldur's Gate game, we met up with somebody who had a relationship with Halsin, who we have become friends with, and we've been using transport via plants in order to help folks get around, and we're using this person's group. We're using Halsin to get this person's group to safety, and so when we recommended that, this person was just like, huh. And then we figured out this person had a relationship with Halsin, and so it turned into, well, we have to figure out, is this like, was it a good relationship? Did it go well? Was it a bad relationship? Did it go poorly? Are we going to be in trouble if we try to, like how... Is this a bad ex? Is this a good ex? And so, yeah, we had to spend a whole bit of time figuring out previous relationships, and it was funny. Okay, let's do the thing. So, now, Orkira needs to drink the potion. So it lets her speak to animals. And... well, hello. Astarion is going to spend a moment and apply... That's fire resistance. He's got poisons. He actually doesn't have a lot. We're running low on poisons. I guess we'll hold off on that. Gale, however, mage armor, because Gale right now, his AC is 13, and so we go mage armor. And so now he's actually got decent mage armor, or a decent AC. And then he also, I believe, has see invisibility that we put on Wizard. See invisibility. There we go.
Sharp as ever.
Will gets his armor. Honk. And then I think it's Jaheira is gonna give us Hero's Feast once we go somewhere. And we're all in a group, because otherwise it doesn't work. Okay. Let's do a quick. We'll just. Okay. Who has shovel? All right, so let's at least get us to the place we need to go, and then we'll probably end it there. So I need to remember where I need to go. Let's get back to Worm's Rock. Hopefully we're not going to run into a whole bunch of people. Okay, Jaheira. Hey, Jaheira.
Wherever we go, ye gods, let there be something green.
I don't know if there's going to be something green, but, here. Why don't we do that? Take off. And then, alchemy pouch. Yeah. And then, send a camp. Doot, 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 and then be me again. Okay. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Where are we going? Candle House. Okay. Whoops. Stop that. Stop that. Ah! Where's the Basilisk Gate? Nope, that's missing pigeons. All right, yeah, I've completed you. Yep, we're doing the thing. Use these 6 trophies. The hand of we can use this. Candle's tombstones and find out how to enter the Temple of Baal. Kandul Hallows. Kandul Hallows. Where are you? Let's venture forth. Where is this? Now we're in for the thing that nobody missed, which is Lauren fails to be able to accurately find the thing she's looking for in Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah. Leo in our Shadows over Baldur's Gate game, part of the thing that we can do in Rary's telepathic bond is he brings up the map. And I'm just constant. It's
slain! Joy! Freedom. Close. Help me. Help you. Reciprocation! Watchers! Ignore you. Foundry. Neutralized. Witnesses. Eliminated. You walk free. You one task. Kill Orin! Kill Orin! Kill Orin! Kill Orin!
Well then. I believe someone wants us to do something. Where is... We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. find it. Oh. Aha! There it is. Okay. Hey, we're not too far. We just gotta go north-ish. That's west. That's east. That's south. That's north.
If not over, then through.
I mean, sure. Those are some fancy new threads. Are you planning to go ballroom dancing? Listen, I ain't got no fancy threads. I just have a hand. And just one. Okay. One of these doors is not like the other.
Do I hear music?
I reckon there wasn't much merrymaking in the hells.
You reckon right. Maybe for the best, though. My singing is worse than demonic screeching.
Perhaps your talent lies in dancing instead.
Yeah, but half the fun of singing or making music is not actually doing it well. Like, you don't have to be a professional to do it. You just have to have fun. Also, here it is. Gee. All right. That looks like a trap. Into the office. Wow. Everyone, really? Oh, thank the universe. Oh my god. Butterfly on skull. Oh, okay, well now that everybody's in here, I need everybody to leave so that Orkira can actually, like, reach. Hey, look, it's a button. Oh. Yeah, that was... I don't know what would have happened if everybody would have failed that perception check. That would have been bad.
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are awaited, all are embraced. None shall escape."
Yeah. The game is not accurately respecting Orkira's divine level passive perception. Yeah, right? It's not fair. Okay. I appreciate the immediate chanting. Okay. I don't know how much further I want to go. I may want to stop here because then we're about to get into a bunch of fights, basically. And, whoops. And like I said...
Flaming fists this way.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works. That doesn't look... Whoops, that's a wall. Yeah. I appreciate Flaming Fists would be like, okay, sure. Just go right in.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Hey, look. Skulls. Skull, 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 skull.
Let's see.
There's something engraved on this skull. Living, a torment of sorrow and strife. It's a poem. It continues, is a burden to great and to small. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life and present it to Death Father Baal. Verse by Invoker Grimlock.
Yay! They don't just murder people, they also write poems. Yay! All right, this is a good place for us to stop, I think, right here. Right here, by a poem. By a poem of skulls. Why not? Okay, so yeah, I wanted to do a slightly shorter episode today because, as I said, we're going to be getting into a lot of fighting, and I didn't want to split that up. Plus, I've got a couple things I got to do. We're going to do a new save. Poem of Baal. HL? Yeah, there we go. Poem of Baal. So yeah, next week we will pick up right here where we will start the Trials of Baal, which are mostly just fighting. It's mostly just murder. Mostly just fighting and fighting and fighting. Fighting. Surprise! The Trials of Baal involve killing people. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? All right. So there are some other things going on, though. Now that PAX West is over and all the other things are done. Let's pull up. So yeah, there's this game that continues to go on that I mentioned a couple of times. I need to get an updated version of this because we've just had a new cast member join us. Tony, as in aka the Encounter Smith, has joined us as a gnomish artificer who is adorable, and we will all die for him. It was amazing. So yes, join us on Fridays at 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific for Shadows over Baldur's Gate. If you'd like to see me play a dragonborn who is completely different than Orkira, I just got an amazing new bow, which is awesome. We've got Players in Book, which is coming up in a couple of hours today at 3 p.m. Pacific. Yes. And in fact, Lurking Rider was just happening. About existential crises on the high seas be happening later, as far as I know. Yep, we are happening later today, 3 p.m. Pacific, where we're in the middle of a city trying to help them fight back against a tyrannical empire. Yeah, and then also the newest thing going on Mondays is Wish Fulfillment at 6 p.m. Pacific on the That's How We Roll YouTube channel, where I got a couple of my friends together and said, what have you never done in D&D? Let's do that. We've got 2 episodes left. So, in fact, 1 episode basically is just the final battle. So if you'd like to join us for the big epic almost conclusion, that's going to be tomorrow on the That's How We Roll channel, and I am excited. So join us for all of that. Thank you for everybody joining me after being gone for a couple of weeks. I appreciate you sticking around. Thank you to Dungeon Scrawlers for, as always, letting me take over your channel for an hour or two so that I can play this game. Thank you to everybody in chat for joining me, and we will see you next encounter. Bye.